What's up, everybody? The Crapgamer here, the most compelling game-related YouTuber, and you damn well know it, the king of all game-related media, the master of disaster, the albino rhino, the pony leg breaker extraordinaire, at your service for a fantastic video, Xbox Scorpio related. Link will be in the description. That's right, because we don't want people to flip out and say, Crapgamer, you're not being honest here. You're not being honest here. All you have to do is look down in the description. You'll see source, and to that is a link to the article that I am talking about, where the developer is going to be working on a 4K 60 FPS game on Scorpio, and he says 12 gigs of RAM is a big number. The modern game industry is changing very rapidly. Okay, so here we go. And I'm just going to read pretty much verbatim this article. It's like, let's discuss the idea that while the PC gaming market is constantly evolving and iterating upon itself, full-fledged jumps forwards usually only happen in conjunction with new console releases. So given just how packed the upcoming Xbox Scorpio is, 12 gigs of GDDR5 RAM and 6 teraflop GPU, we could see PC games being made with a higher baseline in mind rather than with the Xbox One and PS4 used as the lowest spec. Now, this was something I talked about the other day, where Xbox Scorpio is actually going to help push the PC market forward a bit and make maybe the baseline even higher in terms of memory and things like that, which makes sense, and this is kind of going on with that level and line of thinking. With the, it says, let's see, rather than with the Xbox One and PS4 used as the lowest spec being targeted. Speaking to Gaming Bolt, which obviously this is in the Gaming Bolt article, in an exclusive interview, Ivan Belozov, producer of The Wild 8, said that he certainly thinks it is a possibility while praising the amount of memory available in Scorpio. The modern game industry is changing very rapidly. The games are becoming more and more photorealistic, making PC requirements higher and higher in order for them to run smoothly. 12 gigs is a big number, so in my opinion it will certainly affect PC gaming. However, in spite of knowing the full range of Scorpio specs, he did mention that he cannot commit to native 4K 60 FPS for his game, but will try to achieve it when they start developing for it. This is one of the things we are working hard to achieve, but unfortunately right now we don't have any solid info on the subject, so stay tuned for upcoming news on the console versions. So again, this seems like another one of those situations where he might not be allowed to talk about it, because developers that actually are working on Scorpio games sign NDAs, so they're obviously not going to be able to talk about Xbox Scorpio and what it can do or what it can't do. So hopefully this game gets made and it's the 4K 60 FPS. Shouldn't really have a problem, but I would imagine that anything that's 60 on the Xbox One is going to be 60 on Scorpio, with the difference being the fidelity and the resolution and things like that. So we do have more and more developers coming out and speaking out about the impressive 12 gigs of memory, which I think is fine. I like the idea of 12 gigs of memory and 8 gigs of that specifically just for gaming purposes, because in the past, you know, we had heard that there were different kind of bottlenecks and things like that, and we don't want that with Scorpio. We want there to be no bottlenecks, just you know, great games and developers that have the opportunity to utilize all of this. They're gonna be able to make great games, and that's the bottom line. Like, as an Xbox fan, I just want the games. You know, I want the great games, whether it be multi-plat, exclusive, console exclusive, whatever, indie, AA, AAA, it doesn't matter. I just want the great games, and I think that this is going to be the tool that helps developers get us great games, because it's so easy to develop for. It's got all the power, and developers specifically ask Microsoft for the power of this thing, for the 4K, for all that stuff. So I think that we have to keep that in mind going forward as well. And I think we're in for some pretty big surprises at E3. I know I've been down a little bit on them because it's such a question mark about what we're going to see, but I do think we're going to see some really, really impressive stuff, and I'm very, very excited for it. And I know you guys are too. What are some things that you guys want to see? Maybe sound off in the comments below. Hit me up on Twitter at @_Crapgamer. Or Xbox Live MOH Crapgamer. But this is all good stuff, man. The more we hear about Scorpio, the more excited I get, and this is definitely one of those things that I'm hugely excited for. So thanks for watching. Make sure you guys rack them up and have a fantastic day. We'll catch you next time here on Crapgamer Reviews. Rack them up. Crapgamer out.